Previously on Blaze Be Your Own Boss.
This week's challenge is about business vision.
Kutoka asubuhi, I think I've been very cool.
He's a bit personal in this.
There's no power play, it's just me doing my job.
I'm pissed off.
They've done a shady job on branding.
So you're basing this whole success of this thing, or failure, quote, just because of that one radio interview.
Okay, let's do this. Kids, it's time to say goodbye.
Welcome to Blaze Be Your Own Boss. This is the show that brings together 12 of Kenya's brightest young entrepreneurs. Each week, we will test them and we will watch as they develop their own businesses, working together with some of Kenya's biggest brands. Ultimately, they will hope to win a package of 5 million Kenya shillings for their businesses and ultimately become the last boss standing. Assessing their progress will be our 3 young judges: music star King Kaka, media powerhouse Caroline Mutoko, and retailer and advertising mogul Trusha Ketia.
I did not expect to go to a farm. But venye nilianza kuona inakatika inaenda kwa mashinani nikaanza kushuku.
We have a farm, but I've never been there before. I don't even know how to hold a djembe.
Good morning. Welcome to Mlango Farm. My name is Eric Mudomi. I'm the founder and CEO of a food processing company called Stawi Foods and Fruits. Stawi is all about providing consumers in Kenya with the very best nutritious foods at the best price. Before we start the challenge of the week, I'll select 2 team leaders that will select the teams. So the first team leader will be Lynette. Step forward.
I'm happy because this will be my first time and yeah, I'm ready for it.
The second team leader is Suzanne Moeni. Step forward, please.
I felt like it was a big responsibility for me because the challenge already by itself was a bit tough.
So go ahead and pick your teams.
Susan Maina.
Vinny Gisore.
Valentine.
Last week's challenge awakened me. I really didn't expect to be on the eviction seat.
Safe Joe.
Wayne.
Kate.
Kimani.
Sam.
Kid went home last week. I feel like my boy didn't deserve it, but it's an individual competition, so someone has to go for me to get the money,
Paul.
Sikuwa na matumaini kwamba nitakuwa team leader kwa sababu sitaki. Hiyo ni kitu sitaki, ingewezekana ningeondolewa. Ningeenda mpaka mwisho bila kuwa team leader, lakini najua kuna wakati nitakuja nitawekwa tu.
So the challenge of this week is all about profit. The challenge will basically test your ability to price and negotiate the best sale for your product. You'll be given a budget of 50,000 Kenya shillings and you'll be taken to areas in the environs of Nairobi where you'll buy fresh produce of your choosing. And then you'll take it to Nairobi and sell it to various retailers and groceries. The team that makes the most profit will win. So good luck and happy hunting.
So much was going through my mind. Then I'm thinking, how do you even sell farm produce? Maybe those people rauka like at 3. This is a challenge and a half.
I can say I have a bit of experience on agriculture since I come from a farming home.
I sold chicken. That was last year. So the skills that I borrowed from that place is negotiation. I know myself, I talk a lot and I talk quite well.
The challenge for our teams this week is around pricing and negotiation. Each team gets funding of 50,000 Kenya shillings. They will go up country and buy fresh produce. Then they will get orders from Nairobi buyers and hope to make a profit. The team with the most profit wins. Each week, our contestants are sent into the real world and experience real-life business decisions. Facilitating these challenges, our brand partners.
Stawi brand is all about creating prosperity in the Kenyan economy. Almost we are looking at giving farmers access to market. We want to provide a fair market for the farmers right across all the grains that we use and the fruits.
Our team names this week are Wakulima Freshi, led by Sue Mweni, and Smart Sellers, led by Lynette.
But just to understand, number one, the objectives of this task, yeah?
Yes.
Which are?
It's all about making
profit,
profit, yes.
exactly. Pricing,
Yes.
and negotiation, exactly. So those are the three things that we are going to be putting a lot of emphasis in. We needed to do a market research. What is the farm able to supply, and how is the demand?
You have to consider what really sells. You can say that this is not in the market, but there's a reason it's
not in the market, exactly.
After being given another chance to really show who I really am, I decided I have to give my all out there.
She probably would understand a thing or two about farming and pricing and probably agriculture as a whole, so that is why I picked her on my team.
Is it a must that we sell to retail so I can go there and sell to
someone else?
Yes. Or to wholesale so we can see maybe they are going to give us a good deal.
Last week I was like feeling small, feeling bad because I'm this person who don't write this town music. So I was like, I know nothing about music, but I tried and gave my best to it, and when it went I was like, thanks God. And the change from a music challenge to an agribusiness challenge was like an advantage to me, and I was happy about it.
We need a clear plan, like a map. You get like by today we should have done this, so that we're planning on supplying. For me, I was looking at maybe even restaurants. First person I chose was Vinny because she's good at numbers and also she's organized. Hospitals, supermarkets, as in, we look at selling a lot bulk than going to sell one banana, We're looking to sell to stores and maybe grocery places or just someone who resells to the consumers.
So we can do more supermarkets?
Small ones, the startup ones, because they're open to... Okay.
Do I use hamburger or fruits or any of that? So it was something new. So I was excited. Guys, have you thought about selling something like fruit salad? Campus.
But sasa hapo tutakuwa tumetoka kwa ile ni ya we'll be off the task. I feel like
sell to those people who now sell
the salad.
I did not think this challenge would be easy because I know farmers are the most hardworking people that live on this earth, and so I knew this was going to be tough.
Each week, our teams are supported by an experienced mentor. This week, it's agribusiness and accomplished honey marketer, Sylvia Tonui.
Hi.
How are you?
I'm fine. So my role really was just a supporting role. So it was to explain to the contestants exactly what the challenge was about. With this task, we're trusting that you guys are making the best business decisions to make you the most money. So you're limited to Nairobi and Limuru area, but then if that makes business sense to you, if it makes more sense to go and to use all your 50K to buy and then sell to a wholesaler, then that's fine. I told them that the first day had to be for research and specifically calling up the buyers or going to visit them and then finding out exactly what they want, then go back to the farm, get the samples and then take them to the buyers. And then once they approved the samples, then they could order.
Need to know of any farms that you would advise us to get from the produce.
Sylvia is a cool lady. I love honey and I use her honey, Marigold, and I was happy to meet her.
I would say even before that, you need to do your research. Go to the retailers, go to the marketplace and find out what they need. And then after that, then that will be able to advise what kind of products that you should buy and then sell.
She gave us all the nice contacts and gave us direction on how to go about this.
The source that we are getting the product from are really limited to a specific source.
There's a farm that, the one in Limuru, we kind of did our research and they have the best prices. But then if you can find a place within Nairobi and Limuru, because you're limited to those two locations that have a better price, then you can go ahead.
What would you advise us on selling the product to supermarkets?
Most of the time, if it's a long-term strategy, then it works. But then with my personal experience, selling honey to supermarkets can be a bit tricky because what are the payment terms? My best advice would be just as long as they're giving you cash on delivery. Because if you go to supermarkets, yes, maybe people will come and buy, but then are they paying you after 30 days, after 60 days, after 90 days? So you need to consider that. Yeah.
So much.
Thank you and all the best. I'll bring you the contacts just
now.
All right, thank you.
Thank you.
The thing that I really want young people to understand is with entrepreneurship is you can have a really brilliant idea, but then it could even take up to 3 years just to get your product out.
It's a good idea on getting our hands dirty. So that means we also need to come up with that plan of what time are we going to be selling by ourselves.
Immediately when we get the contacts, we go to the farm, find out what they have.
Exactly.
Then we go to the retailers that we know.
So tip number 1 when you're pricing, have confidence in your product or service. You should believe in your story, you should believe in your brand. Tip number 2, don't go too high and don't go too low. Your true customer understands your value. Tip number 3, know your industry. Prices can change from time to time.
We normally supply all kinds of types of lettuces, nearly all of them.
Lettuce?
Yeah, we have like 11 varieties of them.
They are called lettuce, rocket. I've never heard of these products before. Me, I knew that vegetables are sukuma, kienyeji, and cabbages only.
We have never even spelling the words is very tricky. We don't know. You focus on what you see. You focus on what you are a little bit familiar with, and you perfect it.
Hello, Sasa. Tunatoka Premier Academy, Parklands.
So myself and Kate, we called and got an appointment at Premier Academy and Oshwall Academy. No, we only managed to go to Premier Academy. And the other team went to town, that's to Marikiti Market, to just find out how goods are priced.
Hello? Yes, I can hear you. Oh, that didn't pan out. It's a process, has to go to the mistress, then the trustees and the board. So to take up to a week to approve.
We went to Marikiti. The idea was not to go to buy from Marikiti, but to get farmers who come to Marikiti around Nairobi. But we're also looking at it in a very broad way, and we found that actually farmers don't make it to the market.
Now to the Pioneer House, there's an association for farmers. So we want to get contacts for farms, just keep weighing our options.
Wakulima Freshie gets some advice on products from Smart Farmer magazine.
The reason why we went to Smart Farmer is because we wanted to get as many farmers as we could so that we would have a fallback plan. If we go to one farm and we do not get the produce, we wanted a fallback plan where we would get another farmer who would supply actually the same commodities that we needed.
Because we were not told to sell a particular product, we would like to get your opinion of if we told you sell an agricultural produce within 48 hours, what would you sell?
Most agricultural produce are needed consistently. Of course, tomatoes move very fast, but you have to identify your market.
So now we want to go and find out if we can actually get some people to buy the produce that we have found as it is right now from Zimmerman.
I found my group was most of the time it was unorganized, and an organization always comes from the leader because he was not like telling us actually what we should do at what time.
We take advantage of the market day that is there tomorrow, Apple City Park Market, and then also do our own personal selling and also try and get some people that we can do personal, like home deliveries.
And that was wastage of time because we also needed to go to the farm.
Smart sellers are planning an early morning rise.
Watu wanarauka soko, watu wengine 4 yapata kwa soko. Sasa ukienda 6 kuchukua products ukienda kufika soko.
Tukifika huko tutapata wamenini jo.
Githurai inakuanga market na ifunganga 12. Hata mama wenye nauza hapo nje. We just need rough information. We just need an idea. If we don't get like the wholesale guys today, we need to have an idea of how much they're selling tomorrow.
First of all, you must know the price of things in the market. And actually, that is the first step. You do not do it the other way around, you know.
Group are busy looking for how to price goods and all. Then we get to this shop, this eatery, and this nice Indian man allows us to see how the supplier, as in the prices the supplier gives him different things that he gave us a list of like 50 things in the market. About the market prices, like he gave us a list of everything he buys for his kitchen, you see, and how much these suppliers usually bring it to him at. So we have to get a place like
Wakulima Freshie have a customer
at like 5 bob lower than what we've sent up, so that we make a profit.
As a leader, you must have a stand, yes? I wanted to hear her stand because most of the time as a leader, you give your stand, then you ask the other guys, what do you think about this? Give me your thoughts.
Yeah, so your next move is? When all the decisions everyone is supporting make sense and you just have to make one decision because you're the leader. It can be a bit tough seeing as we're 5. So it's 2 people, maybe they have the same ideas. You have your own, someone else has their own, but as a leader, you have to decide.
Have our prices, then
and tomorrow we bring samples.
Yes, tomorrow we bring samples, and she'll tell us how much.
How many units she needs.
Meanwhile, smart sellers are looking for someone to buy tomatoes.
Tunahitaji hiyo namba saa hii. Kama unaweza pata mtu mwenye anaweza kuwa na nyanya za red saa hii ndio tumwamkie asubuhi. Hivyo ndio tunataka tu saa hii. Sawa. Haya, nitakupigia kesho asubuhi. Sawa.
Smart sellers head off to buy fruit.
We are leaving for Murango to see what they have there. We are looking for tomatoes. And if we don't get at Murango, we are planning to pass through Kikuyu, because in Kikuyu we are sure that we are going to get some tomatoes there that we can take to the market and satisfy our market that we got yesterday. What I saw from the farm, these cabbages, because I have knowledge with cabbages, they are not like fully grown.
Kimani is experienced with farming because he's a farmer at home. Back at home, he's a farmer. Having him on my team is a very big asset.
This is where my life has been set around, because all through my primary, my secondary school, I've been around the farm. So we have been farming, we have been selling this produce, and also selling. The selling thing is a bit of what I've done after high school and while in campus before I started my school. So I've been doing sales. So I was now feeling I'm in the right position where I can do things that I have done. I have interacted with things that I can have interest in. So
kidogo zimeisha. Hata nimechuna.
Umechuna chuna.
Last week.
Ni vile tulikuwa na expectations za vitu.
kubwa. So on Tuesday we went straight to Mlango farm. Not everything people had ordered was there in the farm. So we had orders, but we didn't have the commodities.
Alafu sasa to get full amount.
This is impossible. 5,000.
5,000. Discount no.
M-Pesa? We M-Pesa you?
Yeah, that's
for
fine.
cash.
Whatever you like.
Wakulima Freshie are busy packing. But have they bought the right things? Smart sellers are going hard on order price.
Yenye tuna negotiate about ni the lowest price.
What's Paul up to?
Paul Kitty, I think, is naturally somewhat of a loner. So but he's working with us, but he likes to be, I don't know how to say it.
We felt as a team he had much more experience in this. We actually thought he would be the one like direct us like side by side with Lynette.
Kila jambo mimi hupenda kukaa na kutafakari. Tumepata hili jambo, tutatumia njia gani? Sawa, kuna mwingine anapopata jambo kama lile ataenda huko, ende huko mpaka alishughulikie. Mimi siko hivyo.
Juni wetu. Na sisi ni wake pia.
David is showing off his farming experience.
Kitu kama boga hivyo zitaenda zifike, kitu kama 100 tuweke pamoja. Hata si managu hiyo 10 hata tunaweza acha hata sisi wakunywe chai.
Managed to purchase spinach, a few capsicums, that is hoho, and we have also managed to go with managu.
Smart sellers check out what they've bought.
My motivation this week is I just want to be better than the way I was earlier on. I can say I'm more awakened than I was. Working with this group is everyone knows what they really want, and we don't have conflicts amongst each other. I can say that, so it makes things smoother.
Hoho mmeamwaje?
Hoho ni ziko poa.
Tunachukua kiasi gani?
Hiyo crate.
People in the market will not judge us.
David is still looking for a better price.
So I wanted that if you could
agree,
and like do for us Tatumbao.
Winnie was very efficient in terms of negotiations of prices and trying to check the quality because he has that knowledge.
Made a special price for you already, so that's already negotiated and bargained on. That's a special price.
In the father?
No.
Tungebebata kreti 5.
Kuna hiyo moja Kimani hapo kwa hiyo basket nyingine angalia. Ni moja.
Wakulima Freshie have a lot of veg, but will it be enough of the right product?
We went to the farm sometimes and we have an order, but the guys from the farm, they do not have enough quantity to actually deliver for the customers. We had an order for 10 kilograms of broccoli. We had to deliver it to City Market, but the guys from the farm did not have enough broccoli.
In Zimmerman, smart sellers are off to deliver skuma wiki and spinach.
We had lots of spinach. As I told my team, Nairobi style is when you buy skuma, you buy spinach. It goes hand in hand.
Nilidhani kwamba hii challenge itakuwa rahisi kwangu kwa sababu mimi ni mtu wa ukulima, lakini sivyo nilivyodhania.
I was the one who came up with the idea of selling mainly to the final consumers, and not just a bit of retailers, because when we sell to the final consumers, it increases our profit margins.
Spinach nazi imeisha. Another strategy that we had was to all wear the same color. You know, that really attracted the market. You know, mbona amevaa hiyo nini? Okay, they come. Okay, okay, kuna managu. Give me like 8 bunches, you know.
The rest of her team reckon they can make more money hawking.
David hawking spinaches at Zimmerman was not unexpected. He knew he would do that. He had been practicing it all night before we went to Zimmerman.
I was feeling good and excited because this is something that I've done before. I've hawked for potatoes.
You see that this is a guy who wants to win. Yani, it will go to whatever lengths for us to make profits, win.
Lynette is checking on how her hawkers are.
Mnaendeleaje nyinyi?
Mimi naendelea vizuri lakini unajua hata products zetu zingine zinataka kuisha, kina sukuma hatuna. Sukuma zimemove sana. Na nyanya.
Na hoho, sasa kitu tumebaki nao ni spinach.
Nyanya inaendeleaje?
Nyanya ziko karibu kuisha kabisa. Tumebakisha kama za kitu 100 hivyo.
Pretty well, it seems. They have run out of kale and tomatoes. Over at Society's stores Thika, Wakulima Freshie are meeting the head buyer with their samples.
I don't know. Not the best, honestly, I've seen.
Always remember that the quality of what you sell affects the price.
We're selling them per kg.
Tip number 4, create value. You must make a profit and your customers must get value out of your product. Tip number 5, don't let price control your business. Business is business and price is price.
70 kg. How much? 70. 7 kg.
Yeah.
This is something that is selling daily. The shop is open 7 days a week. I should have them 7 days a week. So will you assure me of consistency, not necessarily that every day of the week, but even the entire year? You're talking about 6 branches. We have dailies, for instance. Just there we have our daily where we cook.
We can give you that assurance that you get the farmers, and then we'll get the goods to you, whether in season or out of season.
Decided is that we should look for people who would buy the goods in bulk. In moja moja haiendi sana na profits. The profit margin is very small for mtu anachukua vitu moja moja.
You know, this is it, yeah. Yeah.
Okay, to do business.
Okay, thank you so much. Well, you guys have taught us a lot. Thank you so much. Yes, we have. We'll be glad to work with you. We'll work hand in hand with Angela. Yes. We actually got an order for the store. The deal was we get orders for the 3 stores, but they said it was too soon, so they would only give us the Thika branch for the next day, which was Wednesday. Yes.
Vinay could have a problem. She had promised a client 100 kgs of tomatoes, and she does not have it.
The learning part of it was the time where these people did not want the product, and we had to find ways to sell.
Sawa. It's allowed to sell at the buying price, but ndio kesho tulikabio pesa.
Uh-oh. The client has said no to a smaller amount.
Sasa hii the deal. Mwisho tulibai chakula kingapi? 10. So mimi nikikosa mtu atanona profit, na sasa na 10.
Yeah, if you can't sell more.
As if that's not enough, Wakulima Freshie have a day 2 surplus. How will they dispose of their overstock?
I hadn't worked well with Sam on the previous challenge. I thought I didn't want him on my team because of the wrangles we had on the other team. So I thought it wasn't a good idea to have him. We had 3 pupils. We were wondering where to take them. So we went to Food Plus. Yeah? Food Plus, wakasema they are too big for them. Yeah, so we took the bold step of approaching the passers-by here, and we sold one at 100 bob and 2 others at 70 shillings. In life, you always get these things. Like you may want something really badly, but you don't get it, and you have to live with it. Considering now that I'm a boss, like bosses have to deal with every certain kind of person. How you deal with such circumstances when you get something you don't like is you swallow your ego and deal with it.
Hii ni 30. Sasa mimi sikupei na 15 uliuza hata mbao.
Si unaona yangu nayo ni kubwa nikabidi yako 30.
The problem would be that the prices are a bit too low for us, but we'll try and work something out with that. Sam has an issue with teamwork and also leadership. I'm the team leader. I made it clear that before everyone does something, at least get to me so that I get to the other members, so that we all decide as one. But Sam will go out of his way, do something, then later on ndio nakwambia, but I'm on my way to Ngara Market. Huko unajua kuna Ngara Market inaendwa, huko unajua kuna vitu zimebaki. As in, if we had communicated, we wouldn't have been whining about the same thing.
When we went and got,
Wakulima Freshie are looking frustrated, and it's late.
For Kate, I would say there's a point that she reaches and it's like she had really just given up on that. The fact that we were trying to clear sales and stuff. I'm trying to tell her, do something before Joe hires Mkokoteni. She gets to a point where she feels like, no, this is it.
So, it's day 3, and smart sellers are decided to shift tomatoes in Limuru, not Nairobi.
It was a challenge that I've interacted with it before. It was the hardest compared to last week's.
There's nothing that we have lost. That is the best part about all this. We have really exhausted our market. Like we know how to talk to a retailer, how to convince a retailer.
As usual, Sue Maina is being very demanding.
The only person that I felt was really didn't give much value to the team was Paul Kitty.
I'm used to it. Like if we are going the 3 of us, it's unlikely that you'll even consider that he's in the room. We'll see if we can even deliver a sack.
Kitu kigumu ilikuwa ni ushirikiano. Niliona ushirikiano kulikuwa na upungufu kidogo wa ushirikiano. Na jambo moja ni kwamba tugundue kwamba wanadamu tuko kama vidole. Ni vitano lakini hatuko sawa. Vingine vifupi, vingine ni virefu. Kitu kimoja tunachofaa kujifunza ni kustahimiliana kwa sababu sisi kama wanadamu sote hatuko sawa.
We have been given an order of veggies, which is what you've come to deliver.
The best moments were when we supplied to Society Stores in Thika, and they actually took all the produce that we took to them.
You had agreed, Bobby?
Yeah, easily covered.
3/4 of our produce was sold out. So today we have actually left with just a couple of things. And yeah, I feel like we got this.
I'm so confident that we've done our best, and I believe we will win this challenge.
Meanwhile, smart sellers are down the market and finding that mbogas are in demand.
So we are in Umoja 1 market, and we don't have so much. And the one that is moving the most is the traditional mbogas, but it's the sales are not too bad.
I would say that I was a very strategic leader in terms of how I guided my team to execute this task. Throughout the whole process, you can see that we were making profits and selling everything, making profits, selling everything.
Spinach is sold out. Managu is almost sold out. Yes, and Dani is almost sold out. Yes, but spinach is sold out.
Good evening. Lovely to see you all again. Now, let's get to it, shall we? This challenge this week was about pricing and negotiation, and I'm beginning to think you're becoming experts at it. Both teams were given 50,000 shillings, Kenyan money, and asked to go and buy fresh produce. I hear there were things like capsicums. I told them capsicums ni nyinyi, zinaitwa hoho, and tomatoes and onions. I love the fact that you're smiling, finally. You're like, the judge is funny. Good. And your job was actually to sell that to farmers. You literally get it from farmers and sell it to retailers. And of course, the rules are simple. The team with the most profit wins.
What are the names of the teams?
Smart
sellers.
Smart sellers.
Smart sellers.
Yes.
Yeah. Okay. And who was heading up smart sellers?
I was.
Who?
Lynette.
Lynette. Yes. Okay. Good. And you guys?
Wakulima Freshi.
You practice that, eh?
I like it.
When they ask, say Wakulima Freshi 1, 2,
Wakulima
3.
Fresh.
Wakulima Freshi. Okay, Wakulima Freshi. Tell us what you did and how you did it. Make it good. We started off by deliberation on Monday afternoon. We took our time to sit down and actually plan what we would do. we set out the budget on what we would spend on the produce and what would be our expenses. And then we went out to do a research on what is needed by the market, and if we could find more farmers. And then we found Mlango Farm. And on Tuesday and Wednesday, most of it was taking orders and delivering. Then on Thursday, we wrapped up the deliveries. Yeah.
Smart sellers. You decided hii mambo ya fresh ya mutaki. So, how did you go about it?
So, my team and I sat on Monday morning after being given the task, and we decided to do it in a very strategic way. For one, on Monday, we decided to go into the market and do a market research. For one, what are the produces that are in demand at that time? For two, what are the prices? Like we called Mlango Farm and asked, how much do you sell this, a certain produce, like for example, Sukuma Wiki or a kg of tomato, how much do you sell it to the retailers? And we went to the retailers themselves and did like some sort of a baseline survey, and we asked them, how much do you buy these things from the farmers?
By the look of things, nasikia ilikuwa tough. Was it tough ama ilikuwa rahisi?
Tough.
It was tough, eh?
But manageable.
It was a challenge.
It was challenging, yeah? Yes.
Yeah.
And for me, when I'm doing business, it's all about the learning process.
Yep.
Sindio? When the challenge came, let's get to know kwamba it's a learning process. So I would like to know from your team, what did you guys really learn from this?
For me, what I learned a lot from this was that you need to research. You need to know what this person wants, especially if it's something perishable. You don't want to take the wrong thing, and those guys say no, and you have to sell it to someone else. So for me, market research was key, and also the pricing bit of it. Yeah.
Okay.
Also want to add on something that I really learned on this one, is that when you're a leader, you don't do business when you're up there. You actually have to get down to understand what everyone is going through for your business to succeed. And also that business, no matter what you're doing, if you have a plan and you stick to it, don't focus on your competition much. Don't give them too much attention. Then winners focus on winning. And that is what I learned most. And something else that I also learned is that customer is the key.
But King Kaka was the king.
It's the customer.
Your king in your face.
It's the customer.
We would like to hear from you. 3 lessons learned.
You need to know your market. Like, you cannot go to the slums to sell lettuce. So you need to know what you're selling to which people.
Absolutely.
Like, maybe the people in, let me say, Uptown. There are certain vegetables that they like.
Say Uptown, alafu unaniangalia.
You need to know your market. And then another thing is that in business, you need to have diverse knowledge of different things. Because at one time you are the marketer, at the other time you are the accountant. So you need to have at least some different skills so that you can work better.
Correct. So this getting to know your market, getting to know, what is that called? Give me that one word.
Flexibility.
What's the one word? It's research.
Yeah.
You understood your market, you understood what they like, understood what to sell, what not to sell, what goes with what.
Yeah.
That has been a key learning from both sides.
Now, it is results time. It is results time. And the person who's going to let us know who wins, because there are winners every week, is King Kaka.
It's
All
that
yours,
time.
my friend.
It's that time. Wakulima fresh. Kenya shillings 5,757. Smart sellers. Made a profit of 7,550. Congratulations to both teams.
Well done.
Congratulations, Manzi.
Well
Good job.
done.
Good job.
There you go. So, smart sellers, once again, congratulations. Please leave.
Susan, team leader.
Yes.
You're the boss?
Yes, I am.
Will you move over, please?
Yes.
please nominate 2 people from your team who you believe should be there with you.
I nominate Sam.
You're back again on the eviction stand, huh?
Sam, you're popular.
You love it.
And my second nomination is Kate.
Guys, you did a great job, okay? You lost narrowly. You lost narrowly. I was impressed with how you actually managed to get my personal cell number. That's not even on my business cards. And you managed to get it from somewhere. I don't know how, but I'm impressed. And that's called networking. And the network is your net worth. So, guys, keep that up. Yeah, okay, keep that up. But we have to make a decision.
Mine is simple. For me, I'm about answers. So I just want to know why you nominated Sam. Why you nominated Kate.
Okay. I'll start with Sam.
Yes.
He did a good job. He actually got us an order at Diamond Plaza. But I had a hard time dealing with him. He still has a problem with teamwork. As a leader, I made it clear, if you're about to make a move, let each one of us know before you do it. But most times you'll find that Sam already considers something. When he's on his way to do it is when he's communicating. Kate did a good job, especially on Thursday, was it? Yes. But I feel like when she's under pressure, like there's a time we had to manage an emergency. I feel like she should have been more resourceful.
Unajua vile unaendanga koti alafu unaulizwa tajitetea ukiwa upande gani?
I feel that last week was a time that actually reflected on what I am doing wrong. And this week, I think I got it right, and now I'm more ready.
What were you getting wrong last time?
Last week, I was getting wrong to work with some of the members. This week, I agree on.
You guys agree?
In fact, I want to know from Vinny and Safecho, do you agree in terms of he was more of a team player?
I worked closely with Sam because most of the deals we closed with Sam. Like Sam and I were the ones who were taking orders from the market. So in regards to me working with him, he worked really well with me as Vinny. But at some point, I felt that he was not working as well with Sue. I'm not sure whether there's anything personal going on that I may not be in a position to answer. But I feel that he did improve a bit.
Okay.
I want to hear from Sue. Why should you stay?
Why I should stay is I believe I led to my best. When I was called the team leader, what I wanted to do was lead by example. In that, I won't tell you, go sell and I'm seated. I won't tell you, go get a deal and I'm seated. I won't tell you, go look and I'm seated. I actually believe I led by example.
Kate?
Why I think I should stay is because I think I have really grown a lot. I think I have learned a lot of things that I didn't really know and have a clear understanding of. I also think I was really an asset to my team. Vinny also calls me her assistant finance manager. I think I played a part that was vital to the team, so I don't think I should go home.
Okay, guys, I think we've had enough, right?
Yeah, I'm good.
It's time.
Yeah.
It's time for us to make the call.
For me, directly to Sue, I think the definition of a leader is the fact that there's a reflection of you in all the team members. The fact that you're a boss, but you were there during the bargaining, the marketing, but I felt that you guys didn't do research. And you being the boss, unafaa kuambia watu, let's do the research, let's do this. You should steer them to a certain direction. And I felt that was not put out across in the right way.
Sam.
Yes.
Second time.
I know. Doesn't look good.
I thought you'd have learned your lesson from last week.
I have.
A country cannot have two presidents. There can only be one leader. And when you want to be your own boss, you cannot have people under you undermining. It's the second time this dynamic of you undermining your boss has come out. Learn to respect leadership. Because one day you want to be there and you'll want respect.
Yes.
Kate, your passion cannot be debated. Your drive is undeniable. And I'll bet if I actually felt your pulse, it probably beats as fast as anything in the world. And sometimes I almost want to pull you back and say, wait, hold back a moment, focus.
This is really tough, guys. This is really, really hard. This task was about buying at the lowest price and selling at the highest price. The key thing here was selling at the highest price to get your profit margin. You lost the challenge because you had less profits than the other team. Everybody was tasked with selling. I always believe we're all salespeople. And if you don't pull your weight, if you don't stay at the forefront of your company, of your challenge, putting yourself out there, taking the punches, then you can't be your own boss. Because of that, Kate, you have to go.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.
I didn't feel like I deserved to be nominated for eviction, but it happened, so. I've taken a lot from this experience. I have learned a lot. And mostly, I think the main thing I've learned is that you have to be aggressive in whatever you're doing, especially for your business to prosper, and you have to have a vision.
Next week, our teams learn about how to apply technology with Kraft Silicon's Little brand. Will they be able to successfully launch a border service? Don't forget, you can catch unique digital content or watch the show again on our digital platforms.